Hi, I'm Chenxi, and here's my audiences. So my topic is a scientific and ethical perspective on the development of human cloning. Here's a table of content. Today I'm going to talk about the history and the definition of cloning, and I'll demonstrate the scientific and ethical perspective, and finally the reference. The history of cloning. In 1885, Darry showed that by merely shaking two cells, sea urchin embryos, it was possible to separate the cells. Once separated, each cells grow into complete sea urchin. This is the first time that we know that the sea urchin can be cloning. And in 1984, Steen Wilderson did the first mammal nuclear transfer. He used a chemical process to separate one cell from 8 cells lamb embryos. In 2007, Shukrat Matalapov and his colleague took a cell from an adult monkey and fused it with an included egg cell. And in 2013, at the same group, they used somatic cell nuclear transfer to create a human embryos that could be used as a source of embryos, stem cells. But you may ask, what is cloning? The cloning is just basically a process that can be that used to produce genetically identical copies. From the picture, we can see that for cloning, we need two pairs. We need to extract the skin cells and fertilize egg from both the male and female. And we need to remove the DNA from the egg. And we use electron pulse to fuse the skin cells and the eggs. And they undergo the fusion and division and finally becomes the early stage embryos. And then they put the embryos into the segregate mother, and finally the cloned animal is born. But about the scientific perspectives, cloning can help parents with eggs, and can help parents with no eggs and sperm create a creative, genetically related children, and they can help lesbian and gay men to have their own children without using the donor egg and donor sperm, and donor eggs and donor sperm, and it can produce the replacement of organs. But there are also some bad things about it, like it may produce the unknown social harms, like the cloned man may treat it as low-grade or inferior citizens. And it may also goes against the religions and the moral values of many people, like the Muslim and Judaism. Cloning is restricted, and it also can destroy the nature of the diversity of human race, and it causes the less uniqueness. As we know, the clone is a new technology, so it can we cannot predict what will happen in the future. Like the cloning dolly sheep had 277 attempts, but is that good for the people? My answer is no. And finally, the conclusion. For my opinion, I think that there are no correct answer for this topic, and it depends on what you think about these topics. And I would like to know your opinions about these topics. And here is my reference page. Thank you.